Today we're going to be discussing consumer duty compliance and the challenges that firms may face in delivering this important regulation in the tight timescales prescribed against their already busy and hectic transformation and change pipeline stack. We'll be covering an overview of the requirements of consumer duty, key deadlines that firms need to adhere to, outline some problems that we believe firms may be facing, and provide an offer of support. The FCA want to see a higher level of consumer protection in retail financial markets, where firms are competing vigorously in the interests of consumers. The impact and scope of this new regulation cannot be underestimated in terms of the FCA's intent to drive a cultural and conduct shift in firms, with an expectation that these requirements will be embedded across the entire customer journey. It further outlines the FCA's intent to move from a rules-based approach to delivering outcomes-based regulation, which is a step up from treating customers fairly. So let's start with an overview of the compliance timeline. By the end of October, firms will have shared their plans with the FCA, and these plans will have gone through a level of board agreement and scrutiny to ensure that they are deliverable and robust, and by the end of July 2023, implementation for current products and services will be achieved, and by the end of July 2024, implementation for closed-booked and stop services will be achieved. During this period, the FCA will be working with firms to develop a series of metrics to measure their progress. So let's have an overview of consumer duty. What is the consumer duty principle? A firm must act to deliver good outcomes for the retail consumers of its products. There are some cross-cutting rules. A firm must act in good faith towards retail customers, avoid foreseeable harm to retail customers, and enable and support retail customers to pursue their financial objectives. And in the areas where good outcomes are needed to be evidenced, these are products and services, price and value, consumer understanding, and consumer support. As you can agree, Consumer Deadline Action Plan deadline is just the beginning. So what are the challenges firms may face? The new rules are expected to be evidenced throughout the entire customer journey and the life cycle of the product, not purely at onboarding or at a service call as previously. Firms must be able to evidence their outcomes, and these must be reviewed and monitored on an ongoing basis, and any issues identified and remediated or mitigated in a timely manner. To review all current approaches and processes to align with consumer duty will be incredibly resource hungry. To enable appropriate assurance and given the materiality of the change, there will be a need for data and technology-driven solutions to evidence good customer outcomes and for the data to be reviewed on an ongoing basis. And resources, both physical and digital, will be required to effectively remediate and mitigate any shortcomings in firms' processes. So tell me, what's your plan? It's clear that for firms to be successful in delivering this outcome-based regulation, that the programme of activity needs to be embedded into existing change and transformation plans to enable this approach to become part of the firm's DNA on how to do business both now and in the future. But what are the impacts on your existing resources, transformation and product plans to do this? Novus offers a user journey assessment to highlight how well equipped your firm is to deliver against its consumer duty action plan alongside its already busy, hectic change and transformation work stack. Novus impartially assess your planning, operating models and your ways of working. You'll get a deep dive report into the key customer touchpoints, pitfalls and viability of your approach. Using a success scorecard, we will highlight the key risks and your blind spots with mitigation recommendations. If you'd like to find out more, please contact hello@novus-strategy.com or simply visit novus-strategy.com. We'd love to talk to you and it'd be really great to help. Thank you.